Every time there's a Democratic National Convention, I think about Fannie Lou Hamer, who is one of the bravest people in American history. Fannie Lou Hamer was the child of Mississippi Delta sharecroppers and a sharecropper herself who repeatedly risked her life and her livelihood to try to register to vote in Mississippi in the 1960s. Without her permission, in 1961, a white doctor gave her a hysterectomy while she was undergoing a different surgery, so she was never able to have children of her own. The segregationist powers of the Mississippi Delta had tried to break her. She was beaten, shot at, humiliated, and intimidated in every way that you can imagine, but she was as brave as a person could be, and she continued to fight for justice without wavering. And in 1964, she traveled with a delegation of her Mississippi Freedom Democratic Party to try to get a seat at the DNC and to challenge her state's all-white delegation. And when she finally had a moment on the floor to tell her story and to make a case to be seated, Democratic President Lyndon B. Johnson intentionally called a press conference at the White House in order to pull focus from her speech and to misdirect attention away from the DNC and to distract people from what Hamer had to say. That year, Hamer and her associates were not able to be seated at the convention, but LBJ's act of misdirection ultimately did not work. At future conventions, she was able to get a seat at the DNC. Fannie Lou Hamer continued to fight for the rest of her life, trying to deliver the basic principles of the American dream to people in her community in the Mississippi Delta.